got to see it. You've got to believe in it. And then it happens. I saw myself here at the very pinnacle, way back. And now I am here.
If Conor McGregor wins this fight and he knocks out Floyd Mayweather, it will be the greatest upset in the history of sports. It is literally all anybody will talk about for a year.
This one is dedicated to all those people. So I never know that. Okay, cool. Yeah, fine.
He calls himself Mystic Mac because he says things that come true. And he has the ability to make you believe.
I mean, I have to say, okay, this was the best episode, episode 4 of All Access. Number 2 and number 3 carried that Paulie Malignaggi sparring weight over it. Now that it's all over, I'm looking like, well, what could they have done, you know, better? Oh, it's not over yet.
One step too far, this is the one where he gets shown up and blah, blah, blah. As far as the Floyd fight, I'm predicting inside 4 rounds he will be unconscious. If he can last past that, fair play to him. I don't see it, but if he can, I'll give him respect. I will be ready if the fight is wrapped up inside 5 seconds, which I have wrapped up fights inside that distance. My fastest KO is 3 seconds, but I will also be ready if the fight goes 26 minutes, the full 12 rounds. So we are ready, we are prepared, correct, intense and focused. He should have been 49-0, the god of boxing. Instead, now I am the god of boxing.
For those who don't know, it has been confirmed by the president of Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza, that they do have the footage. The footage was released to Showtime, and the reason why they didn't put it, meaning the sparring footage, the whole tape, right? Now that says a lot right there. That says a lot. It was released to Showtime. Showtime had the opportunity to show it on All Access or show us some glimpses or something. They chose not to, but it looks like, well, okay, they were saying that they didn't want to, you know, disrespect Paulie or disrespect Conor or whatever the case may be. And I can understand. I would have made that decision too. But the UFC hasn't been hiding that footage. I really believe that Paulie, no matter how you slice it, was having issues with this UFC fighter. Paulie Malignaggi, surprisingly, just fought in March. Y'all think he was, you know, yeah, he looked like shit, you know, but he fought in March. It's not about Paulie being, you know, fat and out of shape. All these boxers were saying that on their worst day, they were talking on my worst day, you know, I can beat a Conor McGregor in a boxing ring. Now, of course, he's going to be said to be, you know, because Paulie was also saying, like, you know, like, well, he's a dirty fighter. Of course he's going to be a dirty fighter because he's still learning the rules of the sport. The reason why Joe Cortez is in his camp is because he's learning the rules of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And it is finally here. It is now less than 8 days away. We might as well say 7 days away. The money grab is here. And what if a freak accident happens? A freak accident would be what Conor McGregor says. Is that he's going to knock Floyd Mayweather out in 4 rounds. Floyd is one of the best all-time defensive boxers. Dana White refers to Conor McGregor as the unicorn, a mythical beast. A mythical, magical-ass fucking horse with a fucking horn and shit. They are relying on one shot. What is this?
It's the one and only, ladies and gentlemen. It's Floyd Money Mayweather.
They're relying on one shot. They got to get that shot, though. You know how crazy that would be? That would be some old karma. That would be some old karma, like divine intervention. We just had an eclipse this week, man. We got Nazis. We got fucking bootleg Korean missiles and shit to worry about. The world's been crazy. You know, racial injustice and all this, you know, shit going on. What if that shit happens? That will rock the earth to its core, yo. By the way, they're charging for the weigh-in. In fact, let me pull up the ticket information right now before we start to talk a little bit more about the fight. Please subscribe. Don't take that long to subscribe. Just click where it says subscribe. Simple as that. You know, like, we really got some good things planned for next week. So let me pull up the what? Is that not my password? The weigh-in is going to be on Showtime. They're showing the weigh-in on Showtime at 6 p.m. Eastern time. They have put tickets on sale for the weigh-in, and no, actually, tickets go on sale on Tuesday, the 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern. So the tickets are starting at, where's the prices? Oh, they don't have the prices yet. They're charging for, you know, they charge for press conference. They charge for weigh-ins. You know, they are really, I mean, I expected the weigh-in, but they are really getting their money grab. I wonder what they're going to do for the final press conference. So remember, it's fight week now. So we have we're going to have like something on Tuesday or Wednesday, and maybe like some grand arrivals or something. You know, then on Thursday is going to be the press conference. Wednesday will probably be the undercard press conference, and then Friday the weigh-in. So you know that final press conference is going to be crazy. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Irish are on. Listen, they are on their way to Vegas. Vegas will burn, and it ain't gonna be no alcohol. If you don't know, 8-ounce gloves have been approved. Why have the 8-ounce gloves been approved? I'm going to tell you some real shit here. Think about the politicians that sit, because that's what they are, the politicians that sit on that Nevada State Athletic Commission, you know, board. You know, they can't turn this down, especially you didn't turn down the fight. You know, you have a 49-0 going against a 0-0 with no boxing experience or skill that we know of. I'm talking about like in a boxing ring. You let that go down, so of course you would let the 8-ounce gloves go down. Why are you allowing this UFC fighter who has a 0-0 record? So, for example, if it was like a Vladimir Klitschko versus a Brock Lesnar, you think they would sanction that shit? Likely not, because fucking Brock Lesnar could probably die. So what were the mitigating factors? What were the factors that they said, you know, we're going to sanction this? Money. Because one of those people who approve this shit can put on their resume, or when they go to some upper office or the next job title they go to, is that, well, in, you know, 2017, you know, we, you know, like raise the income, or, you know, the city's wealth. You know, I forgot, you know, how to fucking explain this shit. That's how I know I'm tired. But you get what I'm saying? They can say, well, you know, we you know, increase, you know, city revenue by such and such off of this fight. They would have been, you know, it's too much money. Everybody's in on the money grab. Las Vegas is going to make so much money from everywhere, from, you know, gas stations selling more gasoline, you know, restaurants getting more business, clothing, all the celebrities buying the t-shirts, and, you know, like everything, you know. Too much money for the economy. There you go. It's too much money. So of course they would let you know, them use 8-ounce gloves. You know, of course they would bend the rules for a fight like this, but not no other fight. You even got Tony Bellew, you know, talking about fighting Michael Bisping. This shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. But at the same time, it's here. You know, but one thing we can't have is we can't have, you know, this UFC guy beating a boxer. So yes, I am getting into mixed martial arts as far as coverage. I am a Conor McGregor fan. I'll never say that I'm a boxing fan. I mean, a fan of a boxer anymore. I'm not supposed to because, well, I'm a journalist. But yes, I'm a supporter of Conor McGregor. In the UFC, in the boxing ring, yo, bro, we can't have you come over to the sport where I cover and you fuck up our top guy, whether I like Floyd Mayweather as a person or not. We need Floyd Mayweather to win. There's a bigger story that nobody's really talking about. It's boxing versus UFC. Conor McGregor has a multi-billion-dollar company behind him. And people talking about him and Floyd in cahoots for this. Yeah, for the money. But they really want Conor McGregor to win. They really want him to win. And you don't think that Dana White and them is not thinking about getting a boxing promotion in the future? You think they're not thinking about that right now, or putting that together, or if this is something they probably discuss with Al Heyman in some meetings that, well, later on down the line, what if we want to come in? You're not going to try to squeeze us out, are you? Or vice versa. Nah, I don't think Heyman. MMA is too, complex to dabble in. There's so many storylines here. There's so many storylines. If you don't know, let me talk about the undercard real quick. Even though this is not the fight week. Wait a minute. We got to finish talking about All Access. Did y'all notice those girls collection? Did you see the episode? Now, a lot of people have been pissed off is because Showtime hasn't been officially releasing the episodes onto YouTube. Obviously, it's because of the money grab. They want you to buy Showtime. Even if they want you to buy Showtime just to watch the All Access. So they leaked that one. I mean, not leaked. They put that one episode out there to, tease you. But on this episode, we got to see Floyd Mayweather strip club. Apparently, he's going to, he's getting it, renovated or something. Because it don't look, I thought it would, look a lot nicer, for Floyd Mayweather. It's not that it's bad, not at all. But I thought it would look a lot nicer. So he's getting it, to make it look more, nicer. But those strippers, I mean, shout out to the stripper bitches on Money Mayweather payroll. Shout out to them. And they work hard for the money. But they didn't look like top tier, like stripper bitches. They didn't look like but they, whatever. I'm not saying they wasn't bad looking women in no way, shape, or form. But I was like, wait a minute, for real? Little ass titties and all, I don't know. That's just me, man. And you haven't been seeing him training. I mean, you've been seeing, of course he's doing cardio and working out, but does he really need to train? Also, did you notice that he's not talking about how this is Conor McGregor's pro debut? He's been selling the shit out this fight as far as I'm old. I promise Al Heyman not gonna do this no more. I can't train like I used to and all that. Man, fuck out of here. And did y'all notice he came he was he had a little bit of a a little Mayweather, little pouch gut. Not wasn't a gut, but what I'm saying is, during the when around the time the fight was announced and everything, and now dude is just crazy ripped. So of course you're doing all that cardio to make sure he can move and go 12 rounds and all that. But it's just that I'm one of them type of people, that believe that anybody can do anything. Especially with what I go through on a daily basis. When people tell you can't do something, you always want to be like, yo, I'm going to do it. Even though you say I can't do it, I'm going to just do it just to show you that I can do it. So I want to believe that, that Conor McGregor could just be some mythical ass fucking creature that can come in here and do something that De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, and my God, what Manny Pacquiao. Do I have to say the names? The thing that he can do something that none of these guys that have, amazing amateur backgrounds and gold medals and shit and multi-division world champions, to think that this guy can come in and do what all these other guys couldn't. You're asking just to believe not only do aliens exist, but that Hillary Clinton is really a fucking what is it, humanoid reptilian pedo murderer, bloodsucker. You really asking me to believe that shit, but guess what I do to a certain extent. Well, not that she's a reptilian. That's just a little too far down the rabbit hole. But to believe that Conor McGregor can come in and do something amazing like that, you want to be like, yo, I believe in you. You one of them people that say you're going to do some shit and you do it. But my God, And it's like he can't be mad at people for like not clowning him, but yeah, clowning him, saying, yeah, you can't beat him, man. He can't be mad at people for like doing that. You know, he can't be looking at people like, y'all didn't believe in me and all kind of stuff like that. No, people want to believe in you, bro. They want to believe in you, but in this case, it's like, yo, you're asking for us to believe in some old mythical shit. You know? Some old shit that is just like, how, bro? But, you know, you got to respect him. You know, he's going to go back to the UFC a superstar, win or loss. You know, he's going to go back to the UFC a superstar. And he's going to go back to the UFC a better striker. You know, a more defined striker with this boxing. It's crazy. But you have Floyd Mayweather also saying that he's going to knock him out. And the thing is, Floyd has to knock him out because it's going to look bad if Floyd goes the distance with this mixed martial artist. But people say Floyd hands are brittle and, you know, he ain't knocking nobody else and such and such. Well, that's because Floyd was focusing on not hurting his hands. In this case, he can afford to get a hand injury. And it's not saying that if he sits on his punches, it's guaranteed he's going to break his hand. It's not saying that. But in this case, he's got to load up. But also, could that be a risk? You know, like as far as, like, see, we're thinking like Conor needs a, you know, like, it's hard to believe that he's going to get like a shot. Like, I'm not saying that he's not going to hit Floyd once. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it. I'm saying that, like, we're like to put Floyd down and to knock Floyd out, you got to be able to hit him with some shit, you know, and he goes directly down. Because one thing about Floyd is he's a very smart defensive fighter. So the few times, most notably the Shane Mosley, is when he got hurt. Did you notice what he did? He locked up Shane Mosley's whole arm and he tucked his head like in, and he was holding on for dear life until, you know, like he got his shit together. I'm talking about Shane was like this. Like, what the fuck? You know, does Conor have like the mental IQ, the boxing IQ, you know, to, if he got Floyd into a situation like that, to know how to finish him off, to know how to pick those shots as far as it's just, you know, hey, listen, man, you know, I believe that this world is a very magical place sometimes. You know, and people do deserve big blessings in life. But if he was to get that blessing, you know, I mean, this is already a blessing. Getting the fight is a crazy blessing. But if he was to get that blessing of knocking Floyd Mayweather out, my God. My God. It's just hard to fathom. Fight is 7 weeks away. I mean, 7 days away. You know, it's crazy how that shit is here. You know, I got a lot of fucking videos to do this week on this fight, so I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.